was clear to move.
This is your reigning 2023 World Final Racing Champion from Paris, Texas, JCB Digatron.
Let's go!
He is your Guinness World Record holder for the fastest speed in a Monster Jam truck from Cartersville, North Carolina, Bryce Kenny, Great Clips, Mohawk Warrior. Minnesota, are you ready for Monster Jam? Our first competition of the night is JCB Racing. Now, all 12 trucks have been seated into the racing bracket based on their first race pass time of the previous event. That was last Sunday in Tampa, Florida. Now, the 4 fastest trucks received an automatic advancement into round 2, while the 8 trucks will race head-to-head, and the winners of those races will then move on into round 2. You can see up on the video board the official racing bracket as we're going to get set to see our first head-to-head matchup and how that will unfold throughout the rest of the night. And remember, 12 points are on the line, the first 12 points of the night for our drivers here in JCB Racing. Just keep in mind, last weekend, it was Tristan England and JCB Digatron who took home those racing victories. He is only 6 points behind our leader, Tyler Menega and Gravedigger, who you can see getting pushed back into our pit area. So this is huge, huge for points. So keep that in mind, and we're going to get a little bit of an update there from Keaton Stewart down in the pits.
You know what, Kay, you said it yourself. This could be huge for points for Tyler Menega and Team Gravedigger. For the fans that were here and may have caught a little bit of our trackside, this could potentially be an issue with that Monster Jam harness. It won't be said until our technicians can diagnose that issue. But I will be running to the crash zone right now. I'm going to get that story, and I'm going to get you fans the scoop of exactly what's going on.
Keaton, I know we are just anxious to hear what is going on with Tyler Menega and Gravedigger as we get set here for our first head-to-head matchup here in JCB Racing. We're going to kick things off here in the gray lane. Please welcome Colton Eichelberger, Max D. Fire. And his opponent in the blue lane, and please welcome Ryan Disharoon, Shaker. Cole Neichelberger representing the Max D Monster Jam truck, now 1-0 against Ryan Disharoon and Shaker here in the 2024 season as they get set to go racing. A great head-to-head matchup by these two competitors, but it will be Cole Neichelberger and Max D advancing on into round two to see Cole Vennard and the Black Pearl. We're going to wait those official times up on the video board while we look at the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. Those times brought to you by the Finish Links timing system, accurate to 1/10,000th of a second, and he will clock in a time of 26.401. We're going to get ready for our second head-to-head matchup in the gray lane. Bryce Kenny, Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. And in the blue lane, it is Matt Pagliarulo, Jester. Great Clips Mohawk Warrior 2-1 in head-to-head matchups against Jester. He is coming in, Bryce Kenny and the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior coming in with a racing record of 13-9. Advancing on is the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Awaiting that official time as we take a look at the video board here, brought to you by the original Super Glue, and he will cross the finish line with a time of 27.385. Fastest time of the night belongs to Max D so far. We're coming up on our third head-to-head matchup here in JCB Racing. In the gray lane, please welcome Tristan England, JCB Digatron. And in the blue lane, please welcome Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. This is a first-time head-to-head matchup here in the 2024 season. The winner will advance on to see Jamie Garner and El Toro Loco. We've got them both ready to the line. Let's go green! And we're going to be restaging both of our competitors. Our staging lights are at the far end of our race lanes. They're at the end zone. And those outside yellow lights, that means our drivers need to fire their engines and head to the starting line. When you see two yellow lights, that means they are staged and ready to go. And they will be looking for that green light. Keep in mind, Tristan England and JCB Digatron has a 17-7 racing record. He's got 3 competition wins under his belt and a 71% racing win percentage. Let's go racing! Advancing on JCB Digatron. JCB Digatron and Tristan England now 18-7 in his racing record. And we're going to wait that official time there, brought to you by the Finish Links timing system. And he will clock in a time of 26.757. Still the fastest time of the night belongs to Cole Neichelberger and Max D, 26.401.
fans, I promised you an update, and I'm here to give it to you right now. Just seconds ago, I had Gravedigger right behind me, and the crew chief, Matt Gahn, checking on that Monster Jam truck. We found out that it was actually the throttle linkage that failed. Now, what that piece does is an essential piece in order for that throttle to work. So the team was able to replace that, Matt Gahn, fix that truck, and we now have Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger ready to go at the line.
And you can see they're both ready to rock and roll here. Our last head-to-head matchup here in round one. You can see round two bracket is almost complete, minus this last head-to-head race here. And the winner will see Todd LeDuc and Megalodon in round two of JCB Racing. Of course, we'll get an update there from Keaton Stewart on Kraken. As you can see, JCB equipment there, getting Kraken to the back. And of course, we'll give you an update on what's going on. I know they've been plagued with a lot of EFI issues, the electronic fuel injection. They have been battling that all season long. Of course, they put a new motor there in Kraken last night as well. A very daunting task there for our crew and our technicians as well. But we want to give a big shout out to JCB, our official equipment provider of this weekend's Monster Jam, and our local sponsors here, Fairchild JCB and JNS JCB, of course, giving us all of their equipment for the weekend to build the track, of course, helping us with all of our recoveries this weekend here for all of our Monster Jam trucks, and they will help us also disable this Monster Jam truck tomorrow night after our last Monster Jam event. So a lot of action unfolding here as we're going to get set to see our last head-to-head matchup here coming up in just moments, and then round two bracket will be then full as we get set here for our last head-to-head matchup. In the gray lane, please welcome Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. And please welcome in the blue lane, Lindsey Reed, Lucas Stabilizer. Well, they are at an even draw, 1-1 in head-to-head matchups here in the 2024 season. So someone is going to break this tie here in just a moment as we await those staging lights at the end zone and at the far race lanes of each of our competitors' race lanes. So the winner will advance on to see Todd LeDuc and Megalodon. Gravedigger boasting a 21-3 racing record with an 88% winning percentage as we get set to go racing. Your winner is Gravedigger, advancing on into round two. You will see Todd LeDuc and Megalodon in round two of JCB Racing. And that official time we are awaiting up on the video board here. And it is the fastest time of the night so far, 26.105.
This is round two of JCB Racing. The four fastest drivers have advanced to this round, and they're going to compete against the four drivers who had that automatic buy-in, but only four can make it to the semifinals round. Now, who's ready for more JCB Racing?
Advancing on into round two, we've got Colt Eichelberger and Max D. And in the blue lane, please welcome Cole Vinard, Black Pearl. Black Pearl 3-0 in head-to-head matchups against Max D in the 2024 season as we await the approach of Max D. We're going to get set here in just a moment to go green. to the semifinal round as we take a look at that super glue glued to the action replay, and he will boast a time of 26.046, which now is the fastest time of the night so far. This track changing with every single pass. It seems to be getting faster, so keep that in mind as we continue on with round 2. In the gray lane, please welcome John Gordon, Bad Company. And advancing on here into round 2 in the blue lane, it's Bryce Kenny in the Great Clips, Mohawk Warrior. And Bad Company going up against Great Clips Mohawk Warrior with a racing record of 2-1 in head-to-head matchups here. As our staging lights are lit for both of our competitors, we await the approach of both of these drivers here to the starting line. Maybe a little bit of a staging battle. We'll see as we await Bad Company's approach to the starting line here. It's time to go racing! It is going to go down to the photo finish, and the official time brought to you by the Finish Links timing system. That same timing system used in the Olympics, the Indianapolis 500, the Kentucky Derby. Who do you think your winner is? And it is Bad Company with a time of 26.928. We've got 2 more head-to-head matchups coming your way before our semifinal bracket has been filled. Keep in mind that times are crucial. The fastest time between the 2 pairs in the semifinal round will get lane choice. Let's meet our next competitors in the gray lane, Jamie Gardner, El Toro Loco. And in the blue lane, advancing on there into round 2, Tristan England and JCB Digatron. Well, this is a first-time head-to-head meeting here in the 2024 season for both of these competitors. And, of course, keep in mind they must beat a time of 26.928 set by John Gordon and Bad Company in order to get lane choice here in the semifinal round. So it'll be very crucial for these drivers not only to get a fast race pass, but, of course, they are going to be going head-to-head against each other here, obviously jockeying for that win for the movement on into the semifinal round. We're going to get things kicked off here in just a moment as we await both of our staging lights to be lit here. Remember, those outside yellow lights means our drivers need to fire their engine and head to the starting line while we await those 2 yellow lights, and then we will be looking for that green light here in our round 2 matchup here of JCB Racing. Tristan England and JCB Digatron, our racing winner last weekend in Tampa, Florida, as they get set to head to the starting line. We're gonna go green! JCB Digatron advancing on into the semifinal round. Let's see who will get lane choice as we await that official time. An unfortunate turn of events there for El Toro Loco, spinning out there on the far gray lane. And it is a 26.458, which means JCB Digatron will have lane choice in the semifinal round. In the gray lane, please welcome Todd LeDuc, Megalodon. And advancing on into round 2 in the blue lane, we've got Tyler Meninga and Gravedigger. Keep in mind, Tyler Menninger, Gravedigger 1-0 against Megalodon this year. So Megalodon looking for a little redemption here as they get ready to line up against each other to see who will battle it out with Black Pearl. And your winner is Gravedigger. We will see who will have lane choice here in this semifinal head-to-head battle as we take a look at that replay here momentarily. Remember, he must clock in a time faster of 26.046 set by Black Pearl, and it will be a 26.275 for Tyler Menninger and Gravedigger, which means Black Pearl will have lane choice in the semifinal round. You can see where we stand right now in the JCB Racing competition. We are going to see Black Pearl and Gravedigger battle it out there in our first head-to-head matchup in the semi-final round. And then we'll see Bad Company going up against JCB Digatron. We've got Black Pearl with lane choice, and we've got JCB Digatron with lane choice as well here in the semi-final round.
Okay, Monster Jam fans, this is the semi-final round. Oh, it's going to get tied up in here. The 4 fastest drivers have advanced to this round, but only 2 can make it to that final round. Now make some noise if you're ready for more JCB Racing.
These 2 competitors ready to battle it out in the gray lane, Tristan England and JCB Digatron. And in the blue lane, we've got John Gordon and Bad Company ready to do battle to see who will make it in to your JCB Racing final round. Remember, 12 points are on the line as we see those staging lights lit for both of our competitors here in our first head-to-head matchup of the semi-final round. JCB Digatron will be to the line first, followed by Bad Company. It's time to go racing! Your winner is JCB Digatron. Take a look at that replay as we await that official time. Remember, times will be crucial in lane choice, and he clocks in a time of 26.456. The winner of this next head-to-head battle must get a time faster than that in order to get lane choice in JCB Racing final round. And in the gray lane, we've got Tyler Menninger and Gravedigger, followed by, in the blue lane, Cole Vennard and Black Pearl. Ready to battle it out here in the semifinal round as we await the approach to the starting line by both of our competitors. We've got Black Pearl to the line first, followed by Gravedigger. Your winner is Black Pearl. 3 years in a row, he's made it to the final round here in Minneapolis. Cole Vennard and Black Pearl will advance on to your JCB Racing finals. He will clock in a time of 26.361. He will have lane choice.
This is the final round of JCB Racing. The two fastest drivers have made it to this round, but only one can take home the first 12 points of the evening. So, who's ready to meet your final contenders?
In the gray lane, he's your 2023 World Finals Racing Champion from Paris, Texas, Tristan England, JCB Digatron. In the blue lane, he's your two-time Triple Threat Series Seasons Champion from Murdo, South Dakota, Colvin Nard, Black Pearl. Black Pearl has lane choice here in the JCB Racing Finals, and he pushes Tristan England and JCB Digatron to the gray lane. It's time to go racing! Your winner is Tristan England, JCB Digatron. He is on a roll here, now capturing his third consecutive racing win. And he does it here tonight inside US Bank Stadium. As we take a look at that replay, he clocks in a time of 26.089. Monster Jam fans, let's hear it for your JCB Racing winner, Tristan England, JCB Digatron. A huge congratulations there to Tristan England, JCB Digatron, boasting a very fast race pass. It looks like it is the fastest time of the night with a 26.089. Of course, we've talked about those track conditions. There he is. Let's hear it for your racing winner.
Tristan England, a big congratulations, taking the first competition win of JCB Racing. It's only right that you claim the first 12 points of the event. We talked about this being a really tough competition. For you to come into tonight's event and have that 12-point lead has got to be something. I mean, what are you going to do to hopefully keep it up for these fans?
Well, I was telling our MAV TV host, Leslie, she's back here somewhere, and she was saying, what is going to be the issue with Minneapolis this week? What's going to be the problem? What's going to get everybody? And I said the animal this week is going to be the dirt, because that mini dirt is different. But I've watched and sat back for so many years, and I've watched this event. I've watched my dad drive this event, and now we got JCB Racing. Are you having fun, Minnie?
Definitely got the fans pumped up and ready to go, and there's plenty more action for them to come. We're moving on next to the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge, which is a competition we've called your bread and butter before. Now, what can these Minneapolis fans expect? You said, is this track, is it going to be good for what you would like for Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills?
Well, if you guys heard Tyler Duke and Megalodon, he was talking earlier, sometimes you throw everything at their trick. It may be a first place thing, it may be a last place thing. But if you guys get loud enough, Minneapolis, I promise you, we'll throw everything at it. But I gotta hear you get loud!
Well, a huge congratulations there to Tristan England, JCB Digatron. He collects his first 12 points of the night. You can see up on the video board, we've got Black Pearl and Colvin Nard with 11 points. Bad Company currently sitting in third with 10 points. With Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger with 9. Colt Eichelberger and Max D with 8. And Great Clips Mohawk Warrior will round out our top 6 there in our field of competition with 7 points. So a lot more ready to unfold. Of course, stick around. Don't go anywhere, because we've got the Great Clips Skills Wheels Challenge, where this is where our drivers will have 2 attempts to throw down their sickest tricks on just 2 wheels, or they can do 1 Monster Jam donut. Of course, you, the fans, will play a crucial role, and we'll be talking to Jabari a little bit later and letting you know how you're going to help us crown our winner. Stick around, don't go anywhere. We've got more Monster Jam action coming up.
Not a dull moment at all. We have most of our trucks right here in the pit. They're getting adjusted and ready for the next competition. But right now, the story is actually in the hot pits with Nick Pagliarulo and Kraken. Now, Nick Pagliarulo and Kraken pulled off into the hot pits when I was back there. And from the initial diagnosis, the team was saying that it's probably something with the EFI. That's electronic fuel injection. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is the computer part of this Monster Jam truck. It's an innovation we recently made in the past few years, and what that computer does is it helps diagnose the Monster Jam truck much faster and much quicker than anyone could before. It is a huge advantage, but like we all know in this tech-savvy world, when something goes wrong with something technical, it can be a little more difficult to fix. When I last spoke to them in the back, I was speaking with Nick and Mike Pagliarulo. They both believed that it was a small plug that is connected to the electronic fuel injection that may have come loose. They're going to try that, and they're going to see if it's working. But if you do not see Kraken right here in this crash zone, it could mean that that issue has become something else. But I'm going to keep you guys up to date. Hopefully, it will not cost Kraken the next competition.
Keaton, thank you so much. Electronic fuel injection helps regulate the fuel consumption, and I know they've been battling it all season long. This is a gremlin that has been plaguing them all 2024 season, so we're hoping that they're going to get that diagnosed and so he can get back into the competition. We're going to look up at the video board right now. This is where we stand in our series seasons points chase, and it is coming down to the wire between JCB Digatron, Tristan England, and Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger. He has now bridged the gap with 3 points behind our leader, from our leader, and right now Colton Eichelberger and Maxi 49 points behind. We've got Todd Leduc and Megalodon 56 points behind, Bad Company 63 points behind, and Great Cliffs Mohawk Warrior 68 points behind our leader. So we may see a different standing here at the end of the night. We're about to see as we're going to get set here for our second competition.
Make some noise for Ryan Disharoon, Shaker. Now's the time to go to judgeszone.com. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores.
Shaker throwing down some combinations here as we take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. Popper back into a moonwalk, back into a reverse popper. That was the second attempt, and you can use these replays to help you get those scores locked in as we take a look at the big air into a slap wheelie and then kicks it off the back BKT tires. Get those scores locked in. You've got about 3 seconds left on the clock at judgeszone.com. You can use that QR code to log on to judgeszone.com as well. And scores are in. Let's take a look and see where you put Shaker as he is going to set the tone here. And it is a 4.130. Our second competitor ready to hit the track, Matt Pagliarulo, Jester.
Make some noise for Matt Pagliarulo, Jester. You guys got 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
We've got a slap wheelie attempt and then another wheelie attempt from Jester as he completes his 2 attempts here in the Great Clips Skills Challenge. The original super glue glued to the action replay up on the video board as you decide what his score will be. Is it good enough to take the lead away from Shaker? It will be up to you to decide. Scores are locked in. Your score coming up for Jester is a 4.583, which now puts him in the lead. We're going to meet our third competitor, Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken.
Minneapolis, make some noise for Kraken. It's up to you, Minneapolis. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores. Judgeszone.com.
Well, we've got a combination move there on the first attempt. A popper back into a moonwalk across that center pod. Tries, I believe, to kind of get back into a reverse popper. And then we see the slap wheelie attempt for his last attempt here on the Great Clips Skills Challenge. Up to you to decide, Minnesota, what you think his score should be. Let's take a look to see where you put him in this competition. You gave him a 6.955, good enough to take the lead. Our fourth competitor up, Lindsey Reed, Lucas Stabilizer.
Let's hear it for Lindsey Reed, Lucas Stabilizer. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
We see a sky wheelie on the first attempt, and then we see a reverse popper on the second attempt from Lindsey Reed and Lucas Stabilizer, and you're gonna see that there up on the video board. The reverse popper there off the center pod. Time to get those scores locked in. Your scores are up on the video board. Let's take a look. You gave her a 5.704. We can take a look now here in just a moment where we're playing out right here in the Great Clip Skills Challenge. You can see our 4 competitors where they stand right now. Nick Pagliarulo and Kraken currently leading with a 6.955, followed by Lindsay Reed and Lucas Stabilizer. We've got Matt Pagliarulo and Jester currently sitting in 3rd, and Ryan Disharoon and Shaker currently sitting in the 4th spot with a 4.130. Of course, a lot more Monster Jam drivers to take to the track here in the Great Clips Skills Challenge. Keep in mind right now that Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger has 6 competition wins this season. Tristan England and JCB Digatron and Todd LeDuc and Megalodon both carry 1 win apiece here in the 2024 season. Are you guys ready to see some more Great Clip Skills Challenge? Coming up next is Cole Eichelberger and Max D.
Make some noise for Max D. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
The Monster Jam officials have said that Colton Eichelberger and Max D, running that Max D Fire body, has 2 attempts. Those back 2 BKT tires on the first attempt touched the trench box, the backflip ramp, and so that was attempt number 1. He will not get another attempt here. So scoring is open for Colton Eichelberger and Max D. Scores are locked in. Let's see where you put him with the 1 attempt. It is going to be a 8.304. It puts him in the top spot. Our next driver up, Bryce Kenny, Great Clips Mohawk Warrior.
Oh no, I'm good.
Let's hear it for Bryce Kinney, Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores, y'all, at judgeszone.com.
Combination moves from Bryce Kinney, the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. He starts off with a popper into a nose wheelie, back into a moonwalk, and then uses that center pod to do a popper into a little bit of a moonwalk there on the back. Those two attempts are done and over with, and now you are on the clock. Let's go to the score to beat. Max D Fire with an 8.304. Your score for the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior is 7.990. Good enough for the second spot. Our seventh driver up, Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco.
Let's hear it for Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. 20 seconds to lock in those scores, Minneapolis, judgeszone.com.
We can take a look at that super glue to the action replay as he kicks those back BKT tires off of the center pod into a popper and then a reverse popper, and it has him sitting there on the back end for just a little bit. Time to get those scores in, and we want to know if he's going to be able to take the lead away from Colt Eichelberger and Max D, representing that Max D Fire body here this weekend in Minnesota. Scores are locked in. Score to beat Max D with an 8.304. Twin Cities, your score for El Toro Loco is good enough for the third spot with a 7.312. Still in the lead, Max D. So that is where we stand right now in the Great Clips Skills Challenge. Colt Eichelberger and Max D holding the lead with an 8.304. He's the only one right now in the eights, and followed by Great Clips Mohawk Warrior with a 7.990. El Toro Loco now pushes into the third spot with a 7.312. Nick Pagliarulo Kraken currently sitting in fourth. Lucas Stabilizer and Jester round out our top six. And we have 5 more competitors remaining in this competition as we get set to see our next competitor hit the track. It is Todd LeDuc, Megalodon. Todd LeDuc and Megalodon, he has one competition win this season already here in the Great Clips Skills Challenge, and that was last Sunday in Tampa as he gets ready to hit the track here to see what 2 attempts he's going to come up with.
Let's hear it for Todd LeDuc, Megalodon. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
Todd LeDuc Megalodon rides the waves on those two BKT tires with the two bicycle attempts here on the Super Glue. Glue to the action replay. Uses both of the race lanes, the blue and gray race lane, to get those two attempts under his belt. And we now need you fans to get those scores locked in. Scores are in. Your score to beat, Max C 8.304. And your score for Megalodon is... we have a new leader with an 8.625 Megalodon. Our ninth driver up, it's John Gordon, Bad Company.
Let's hear it for John Gordon, Bad Company. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com. It's up to you.
We can see those two attempts up on the video board by John Gordon and Bad Company, and it's time for you to let us know what you think, and will it be enough to take the lead away? It is only up to you fans, no one else here at judgeszone.com. If you've not started scoring, you can do so at any time, and this would be the perfect time to put some scores in there using that BKT tire. The scores are in. Let's see where you put Bad Company, our ninth competitor, a 4.992 for Bad Company. Our 10th driver up, it's Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. Tyler Menninga Gravedigger. Of course, scoring is now open for you fans at judgeszone.com as we take a look at those replays. Combination move after combination. There on the first attempt using the center pod. Popper back into a reverse popper. And then we see the bicycle into the sidewall donut. Two great attempts. Scores are locked in. Your score to beat right now, Megalodon 8.625. And your score for Gravedigger is... with a score of 9.751, he's now your new leader. Our 11th driver up, it's Cole Vennard, Black Pearl.
Back. Make some noise for Cole Vennard, Black Pearl. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
Let's see where you put him at in this competition as we take a little sneak there at the replay, brought to you by the original Super Glue. Glued to the action replay using those BKT tires to get a bicycle move in. Cole Vennard and the Black Pearl await your scores now. Let's see where you put him at. 4.259. He is our last competitor of this competition. It is Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Our last competitor, Tristan England and JCB Digatron. He will be our last competitor. Keep in mind that Gravediggers are score to beat 9.751. it for Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Time to get those scores locked in. Will this be enough to take the win and make it 2 for 2? It is in your hands and your hands only. We saw combinations there from Tristan England and JCB Digatron. It is the last truck, and you are about to crown a winner here for the first time tonight using judgeszone.com. Few more seconds left. Your score to beat Gravedigger, 9.751. Minnesota, your score for JCB Digatron is 8.631. Puts him in the second spot, which means your winner of the Great Clip Skills Challenge, Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger. Huge congratulations to Tyler Meninga and Gravedigger. He now collects his first 12 points of the night here in Monster Jam.
Tyler, we have you here. A big congratulations to you and Team Gravedigger. I know that we're not always set up in a position where you get to watch the entire competition, but being able to watch your competitors and coming back after a weekend that was really rough, I mean, how good does it feel to add these 12 points to your score?
It feels awesome, especially after a rough weekend like that in Tampa, Florida. You know, racing didn't go our way here tonight, but that didn't stop us. You know, and it's time to keep that nose to the grindstone out here and get these wins. But this is awesome. Taking this one, I got a lot of friends and family up here. I'm just from about 4 hours south in the great state of Iowa, and I love being here in Minneapolis this weekend. Thank you, guys.
And you know what, Tyler, you have so many fans here, like you said, and so many of them are waiting for that freestyle. And Gravedigger was such a legend in making freestyle what it is. So what are you going to go out with? How are you feeling about the track for freestyle?
This track is awesome. I'm going out really early in freestyle, guys, but like she just said, freestyle is the reason that I come to Monster Jam, and I can guarantee you that's why each and every one of you guys come. The louder you guys get here tonight, the harder I'm going to drive this Gravedigger truck, baby. You've supported this truck for over 40 years, and I'm here to pay it back to you. So, Minneapolis, I've got one question for you. Who's ready for Monster Jam Freestyle?
Well, huge congratulations to both of our winners here in the first half of Monster Jam action. We had Tristan England and JCB Digatron, our racing winner, and of course, Tyler Meninga and Gravedigger capturing his first 12 points of the night in the Great Clip Skills Challenge. So a lot of exciting first half action, but right now this is halftime. Be sure to head to the concourse, grab your official Monster Jam merchandise, and meet us right back here for the second half of action. We are going to kick things off here in Monster Jam Freestyle. As you can see up on the video board, our first competitor, Ryan Dishenroon and Shaker, will take to the track. He will set the tone and the bar here for the rest of our field of competition. The clock has paused at 54 seconds for Ryan Disharoon and Shaker. You can hear that pop. And that has stopped the momentum of his run. That has stopped him. And it looks like that JCB equipment might be rolling out. We're going to wait to see if he gets the official word to refire from our USHRA safety officials. They're in the black and yellow fire suits throughout the stadium. And unfortunately, that will do it for Ryan Disharoon and Shaker. Scoring is open. But Minnesota, let's make some noise for Ryan Disharoon and Shaker. Get those scores locked in. Show him some love. He is out here running here out on the track, representing for Del Mar, Maryland in the metal shop. And we're going to use that super glue to the action replay there on the video board. Keep in mind that is a highlight package of all the great moves that you're going to see from each and every one of our competitors when they get out on the track. Scores are locked in. We're going to go straight to scores. Let's see where you put Shaker. He kicks things off with a 5.770.
I know we're still kind of in that phase of having to diagnose and see what's going on, but as a driver, you know, there's certain things that you feel in that truck, and you've been driving long enough. Did you feel some inconsistencies while you were driving?
Oh yeah, I would describe it as doggy. Like every time I went out there, I just felt like I didn't have enough power to get anywhere. And especially when I did my backup thing, I could usually walk up that hill really easy. And as soon as I got back on it, it was just, bleh. It kind of fell on its face. So I figured it had to be something to do with the transmission. So they're working on that right now. They're getting everything fine-tuned and ready to go. So that way I can go out there and really just give the fans what they deserve and show what Lucas Stabilizer can do out there on that track.
Well, we certainly hope you do it. I know we're sitting back here on the edge of our seats watching, but we have got to let this girl out for freestyle. She's the queen of big air. We're going to keep you guys up to date, though, as these technicians keep on working. All hands on deck.
Thank you, Keaton, for that update there from Lucas Stabilizer. We're going to get ready to meet our second competitor. Hit the track. It's Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger. He lines up for the Morgan & Morgan backflip and lands it for the people.
Let's hear it for Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. It's up to you, Minneapolis. Head to judgeszone.com. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores.
What a freestyle we just witnessed here from our second competitor, Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger. Looks like he didn't have rear steer and still landed the Morgan & Morgan backflips. Saved it at the very end. Time to get those scores locked in. Judgeszone.com. What will it be, Minneapolis? What will your score be for Gravedigger? We are about to find out. Scores are locked in. Your score for Gravedigger is 9.806. Your leader. The Super Glue Glue to the Action replay up on the video board. Lands the Morgan & Morgan backflip and gets a huge score from you fans, 9.806. That is going to be very tough to beat here, but it will be up to you to decide. Of course, we've got 10 more competitors coming your way, so you never know what you're going to see out on that track. Monster Jam fans, be sure to get those scores locked in fairly and accurately for each and every one of our competitors. Jester is our third competitor coming up here in our Monster Jam Freestyle competition. Keep in mind that Max T has 4 competition wins. Gravedigger has 3. As we continue on with our freestyle runs. Morgan & Morgan backflip. And the clock is paused now for Jester, and now it looks like his run will be done. Let's make some noise for Jester and Matt Pagliarulo. Time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. There is nothing left of Jester. Completely demolishes the Jester fiberglass body out onto the track, sheds it off, and you can use that Super Glue Glue to the Action replay to get those scores in. And we take a look at that replay. Little smoke coming there from Jester on the backflip, so we'll have to get an update there and make sure that he'll be ready to go for tomorrow. Hopefully you're going to come back tomorrow here for Monster Jam round 12. Scores are locked in. Let's see where you put Jester. You gave him a 7.803. So Jester now moves into the into the second spot here with a 7.8 9.803, and of course Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger holding strong there with an 9.806.
Well, just seconds ago behind me was Jamie Garner in El Toro Loco, but he is down the tunnel and headed out to the track. It is no problem. They have got that truck geared and ready to go. I've also got an update for you guys on the Lucas stabilizer. We found out that there was an issue with the cooling fan in that Monster Jam truck. As you can imagine, these Monster Jam trucks generate a lot of heat. So the fans and the parts of the Monster Jam truck that are responsible for keeping it cool are super important. You can see we've got Lindsay Reed walking back. She's going on to check on the truck. Multiple technicians have been in on this, but hopefully we just have to replace that cooling fan and Lucas stabilizer will be good to go. I'll keep you guys up to date as it happens back here in the pits.
Monster Jam fans, please do not breach the plastic safety holds. Please either go down to the VOM or above the plastic safety holds. We will now have to stop the event in order for you to get back up from the plastic safety holds. Thank you. This is for the safety of you and your family. Let's hear it for Cole Bernard, Black Pearl. He attempts the forward momentum front flip off of the Morgan & Morgan ramp. And had he landed it, that could have been a big score from you fans at judgeszone.com. But nonetheless, get those scores locked in for Cole Bernard and Black Pearl here at judgeszone.com. A great solid run there from Black Pearl as we take a look at his highlight package. Brought to you by Super Glue, glued to the action replay. Couple more seconds left here for judgeszone.com. Big air off of our ramps here into the center pod. Couple more seconds left. And scores are in for you fans. Let's take a look to see where we put Cole Bernard and Black Pearl. The scores are in. Your score is a 6.607.
Who's up next?
You know what, Tristan England, we're back here watching the competition unfold, and right now you are in a great spot. In this event, you are 2 points in that first, you're in first place. You're 2 points ahead is what's happening right now. But as you watch this unfold and you kind of watch how people deal with that track, what are you notating? Are you watching them? Do you need to not look? How does that process go for you?
Man, I'm watching all my friends go absolutely crazy. Are you guys having fun at Monster Jam right now? Yeah, we're just getting warmed up. We got a couple trucks to go. I'm coming out later. I hope I fare out okay, but right now, I can't wait to watch all my buddies absolutely throw down. The louder you guys get, Vikings country, I swear we will drive these trucks into the ground. So let us hear you get wild!
This is Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. We've got the clock pause there for Kraken at 52 seconds. And awaiting the official word, and he does get it. He will refire and continue on his freestyle run. Let's hear it for Nick Pagliarulo, Kraken. You see those red ribbon boards, that means you now have a job to do at judgeszone.com. Get those scores locked in. I see those phones up here in section 138 going for judgeszone.com. Don't forget to get those scores in using the official Super Glue Glued to the Action replay as we take a look at Kraken getting good use of the entire obstacle. There he is with the popper. Scores are locked in. You gave him a 5.611. We're going to move on here with our next driver. Lindsey Reed, Lucas Stabilizer. Monster Jam fans, please do not breach the plastic safety holds. We will have to pause the event. This is for the safety of you and your family. Once again, please do not breach the plastic safety holds.
Let's hear it for Lindsey Reed, Lucas Stabilizer. You have 20 seconds to get in those scores at judgeszone.com.
What a freestyle there from Lindsey Reed. Lucas Stabilizer getting huge air at the very end and opts to use the 8-pack Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp. So keep that in mind as you get those scores in. She is hyped up, and it is time for you fans to get your scores locked. And the scores are in. Let's take a look at where you put Lucas Stabilizer. Score to beat 9.806. Your score for Lucas Stabilizer is 8.861. A good score. That puts her in the second spot. Take a look at the replay here on the Super Glue Glue to the Action replay. Nothing is safe from Lindsey Reed and Lucas Stabilizer. She gets massive air. What a wild freestyle run there from Lucas Stabilizer as she takes the second spot here in Monster Jam Freestyle. Nobody is safe here in freestyle. We have more trucks coming up. It is Colt Eichelberger, Max D. The clock is paused at 96 seconds for Colt Eichelberger and Max D, running the Max D fire body. A couple more seconds to see if he's going to be able to refire. We're getting word from our USHRA safety officials there. Sounds like the engine is revving, and he continues on his run. This is a Morgan & Morgan backflip.
You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores from Max D at judgeszone.com.
Colt Eichelberger and Max D fire lands the Morgan & Morgan backflip, but that will prematurely end his freestyle run. Nonetheless, time to get those scores locked in as he throws away those spikes out onto the track. A few more seconds left. Will it be enough to take the lead? It'll be up to you to decide that. The greatest rivalry in motorsports between Gravedigger and Max D, continuing on his father's run here in the 2024 season. We're going to wait to see where you put Max D in this competition. Scores are locked in. Keep in mind the score to beat 9.806 from Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger. And your score for Max D Fire coming up 8.045. So Max D now takes the third spot here in our freestyle competition, and that big score of 9.806 still keeps Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger at the top spot. Lindsay Reed now has the second spot, and Jester, Black Pearl, and Shaker round out our top 6 here in our freestyle run. We've got a couple more competitors left. Of course, we've got Bad Company, El Toro Loco, JCB Digatron, Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, and Megalodon, all here coming up in our freestyle run. You the fans, will get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com and decide who the winner will be. You're also going to be crowning an overall event champion here in week 6, round 11 for Stadium Championship Series East. As we're going to keep things moving here in our freestyle competition, we are about to meet our next competitor heading out onto the track. It is John Gordon, Bad Company.
Let's hear it for John Gordon, Bad Company. 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
John Gordon and Bad Company complete his entire 2 minutes. They're out on the track, so that's definitely something you want to keep in mind here when you're getting those scores locked in. And we're taking a look at the replay brought to you by the original Super Glue. Couple more seconds on the clock, and we're going to go straight to scores here for our 8th competitor. Scores are locked in. 5.420 for Bad Company. We're going to go to our 9th driver up. It's Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. The Morgan & Morgan backflip. Will he attempt it? He does, and he lands it for the people.
Let's hear it for Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. Minneapolis, you have 20 seconds to lock in those scores at judgeszone.com.
El Toro Loco, our 9th competitor to hit the track here in our freestyle run. As we take a look at the highlight package up on the video board, the super glued to the action replay. The scores are locked. Let's see where you put El Toro Loco. 8.040. That's good enough to put him in the 4th spot. He lands a Morgan & Morgan backflip, but that will end his run. Let's hear it for Tristan England, JCB Digatron. You can see that front right BKT tire clipped the backflip ramp, and I don't know if that's what ended his run there a little bit early, but nonetheless, get those scores locked in. Let's make some noise there for Tristan England and JCB Digatron. Use that QR code to get those scores locked in here. There's a battle for points here in the overall event champion, and it's going to come down, I believe, here to freestyle. We're going to get those scores in. The scores are locked. Let's see where you put JCB Digatron. 8.015 is the score for Tristan England. So Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger continues to hold his breath here in the freestyle competition with a 9.806, and that will keep him in the lead here as Lindsey Reed and Lucas Stabilizer collects the 2nd spot for now here. 3rd spot right now goes to Max D. El Toro Loco currently sitting in 4th. JCB Digatron now is in the 5th spot. And Jester rounds out our top 6, and 2 more trucks remain before you fans will crown our winner of freestyle. And not only that, crown our overall event champion here in round 11. A lot more freestyle action coming your way. Todd LeDuc and Megalodon carries 1 win here in a freestyle this season. So does Bryce Kenny, the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. John Gordon and Bad Company also hold 1 win here in our freestyle competition for the 2024 season. Who's ready for more Monster Jam freestyle? Our 11th driver up, Bryce Kenny, Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Let's hear it for Bryce Kenny and the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. Time to get those scores locked in. Those ribbon boards are red. Now you, the fans, are on the clock here. You've got about 15 seconds at judgeszone.com. Time to see where you're going to put the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior in this competition. We're taking a look right now at the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. Bryce Kenny, the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, lands a little bit of a wobble there to end the freestyle run. Scores are locked in. Let's see where you put him in the freestyle. Our second last competitor will receive a score of 6.823.
I'm here with Matt Del Santo. He's the crew chief of Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. You know, Matt, we kind of had some camaraderie even amongst your competitors. They're cheering you on. It's a successful freestyle run, but you've been working with Bryce, and you guys have communication. Tell the fans, what is it like? What is he like? Does he talk a lot to you guys? You have a lot of communication going on?
You know, when it comes to me and Bryce, we don't talk a lot. We really only talk about what's going on in the event, and then if the truck has an issue, that's about all we do.
Yes. First of all, but also hanging out with all these true Monster Jam fans. You guys rocked it tonight, and I cannot wait to do it again right here back at this stadium. It's going to be awesome tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow is going to be electric. You're not going to want to miss it. Of course, you still have time to head up to the concourse, grab your official Monster Jam merchandise, and for all the updates and results across our 5 series, be sure to check out monsterjam.com. For Jabari Thomas and Keaton Stewart, I am Kay Young. We hope you had fun, and we hope to see you tomorrow at our next Monster Jam.